All right, I'm here with my buddy Noah. Yes, and Noah is a Shih Tzu that sometimes is not a big fan of people he doesn't know. In this video, we're going to go over a little some engagement tricks that you can use. Now, a lot of us, when we have a dog like that, you saw I'm holding a treat, I'm luring him to come towards me. Now, sometimes you can do this with dogs, but then when you run out of treats, the dog's like feels trapped and might nip and bite the person because they're too close. Because I lured him. He didn't choose to come to me. I'm kind of creating a situation where he wants to. So what I'm going to do for this one, we've already established a marker word. His marker word is yes. Yes means he did the thing that I want. So what I want him to do is look at me in the eye. And when he does, I'm holding treats here. So let me kind of hold him do here. So when he looks at me in the eye, let's see if he will. Yes. I'm throwing the treat behind him. Yes. And to the side. We should see him start coming closer to me. Yes. But I'm throwing the treat far away. I'm throwing it behind him. Yes. I'm saying yes when he looks. I'm marking the looking at me. Yes. And then I'm throwing the treats away. And he's going away. When he goes away, that allows him to go, yes. And so a lot of, instead of putting the treats in between, he's choosing to come to me, and I'm waiting for him to look at me in the face. Now, he's kind of objectifying the treats and looking at him. So I'm watching his eyes. And just because he comes up doesn't mean I'm going to, and you could give him a treat for that. There's nothing wrong with that. But I'd like him to be like, observing me as a human. And now sometimes they lose a little interest like he does now. We've been playing a couple of games in this corner, so I think he's looking for the treats we threw earlier. So I'll watch, and as soon as he looks at me again, I'm going to throw the treat, and yes. And that was just a fraction of a second of eye contact. Now, sometimes you can lure the dog, yes, and lure a treat up like that so the dog's looking at you. But I would like him to start looking at people in the face, because right now, if people stare at him because he's such a good-looking dog, that can be a challenge for him. But if he's choosing and looking at people, and when he looks at people in the face, yes, then a treat falls, then he's being rewarded for doing that action. And all behavior is trying to achieve something. So after a while, he starts looking at the face more and more, faster and faster. Yes. And then he gets those treats. All right, so this is a fun little engagement game. Now when I'm doing it, notice I'm kneeling down and I'm facing him. Now front facing is a little bit of confrontational, but he's the one approaching me, so it's okay. But if someone wants to meet him and he's a little uncomfortable, the better thing for them to do is kind of hold the treat out sideways like this and let him approach from the side. Now my hand is now empty. He's already licked the treat off, but we're gonna wait while he's doing a really good job. He's just licking. But he's sampling me. He's getting to know me. What am I not doing? I'm not trying to pet him. I'm not going towards him. I held my hand out. And let's see if he comes back to the hand again the second time. So he's licked it already, but he came and licked it again. Another interaction with me, but he's choosing to do so. Sitting down. A lot of people tell their dog to sit when they want to meet someone. Sitting can make dogs feel trapped. Dogs have a fight or a flight response. If he chooses to sit, that's his way of saying, I feel pretty comfortable with this dude. Now, I've been here for a couple hours. He's told me he doesn't really want me petting him. I think eventually that might be something you can do, but if I want to check, I can go like this. And see how he took a step back? That's a consent check. Or not a consent check, but that's a cutoff signal. He said, no, I don't want you to pet me. Yes. This is a hand targeting exercise I went over at the beginning part of the session. And basically, I'm chopping with an empty hand. Yes. He's choosing to come to my hand. When he does, I say yes, and then I put a treat on that hand. I go lefty, righty. Now I'll see if I can go further away. And I want to chop when he's looking. Yes. And I'm waiting to feel that wetness before I say yes. So now I'm kind of making a mistake. I'm holding the treats on my belly here. Yes. So ideally, you would like to hold the treats at your side. Now you saw he stepped away a little bit. I'm a big, tall man. We're hard for dogs.
Yeah.
So you might want to practice this with your friends who are female first, or a man who's maybe not quite as big in stature, but also a man who's going to listen. A lot of men are like, I'm good with dogs. I'm going to pet your dog and show him he's... Yes, that's not what he needs. He needs somebody who's going to be let him come to them. And the nice thing about hand targeting, yes, it kind of is a little bit of a lure, but when he approaches me, something good happens, and I'm still not petting him. So if you're out and about and somebody says, oh, what a handsome boy, can I meet him? Yeah, we just ask people to hold their hand out, see if he wants to meet you. And in his case, because of where he's at, I would recommend you say, yeah, hold your hand out. If he touches you, then here, you can give him a treat and just have them hold the treat out and let him lick off the hand. Just say, but please, I'll let you give him a treat, but can you please not pet him? I'm trying to teach him that meeting people is a good thing, but he doesn't like it when people reach out to pet him. It scares him. So I'll give you a treat if you could. Now, some people you're not going to want to have that conversation with, but some people you can tell they have a nice, kind energy, or it's a neighbor, somebody you know, and you're like, he touches your hand? Yes. Okay, here's a treat. And so Noah starts thinking, I touch my nose to these people, and good things happen. And so I actually start coming up to them, looking for that interaction, and I'm choosing to do it. I'm doing it of my own free will and volition, other than people coming up to me and reaching over, petting me on top of my head, and doing things I don't want. And that's one of the reasons I like the guardian here to practice her hand targeting. Yes. So he gets used to doing it with the person that he loves and trusts the most. And then when other people start doing this, emulating the same action that she's already done with him, yes, he feels comfortable doing that because I know what we're doing. That's a good thing. That's a good positive thing. Now, the last little thing I'm going to go over is something I call the Find It Away game. And we're going to use this little blanket here, this nice pink blankie. We're going to imagine this pink blankie is grass. Now, he does not like skateboards and people who are jogging. Now, there's two different things we can do for that. So let's say that, let's say behind me, the skateboarder is coming towards us, or jogger's coming towards us. I can say, find it, find it. And that's in grass. He's got to look for it. Yes. There's a second one there. Let's see if he's going to find it with his little nose. Find it. I throw it a little further away. Find it. I can just do this. I usually throw the first one about 6 inches away, the second one about a foot away, the next one about 3 feet away, the next one about 4 feet away. Now, we're just starting to do this game. I'd like you to do this every time, every block that you have that has some grass, do a find it away from the sidewalk. So he gets used to doing this game. And so you're going to say, find it. And he's about to find one. Yes. Every time he looks up, you say yes. So now you practice this a lot. So now when you're on a walk and you say, find it, he knows and he's happily moving away from the street. When dogs bark or growl or lunge at things, they're saying that thing is too close. I want it to go away, i.e. I want more space between it and I. If you're walking and you see a jogger's coming towards you and you start going perpendicular, touch his nose, find it. He hasn't gotten, he's in, and the nose is down, so I'm going to wait. There we go. Find it. And now he's going to walk away, and he's practicing walking away, and good things are happening.
Yeah.
Now, something else you can do is I can hold the treat like this. Noah, puppy, puppy. And I can find a distance where there's a jogger, and I can have him looking at the jogger, and then release the treat after the jogger passes. So now when I see a jogger coming, Mom's holding a treat in my lips, I'm trying to get it, but I'm looking at the jogger. So I'm having a positive reinforcement while I'm looking at something I perceive as being negative. And then as soon as the jogger passes me, then you release the treat. Really when they're right about to pass. So what we're saying is when joggers approach, I get the tasty treats on my lips. As soon as the joggers leave, the treats stop. We arranged for more joggers come. And here's the trick for that. He can't be uncomfortable. So that's going to mean you're managing the space. So you're near Palisades Park, so you can do that. If people are jogging down there, find a nice grass area. Now, if it's somebody who's like old and not in great shape like me, and they're just kind of plodding along, jogging not very fast, you might be able to get maybe 7 feet from the path. If you have Usain Bolt or some really young kid who's jogging, or maybe a whole bunch of people and they're yelling, or with a dog, you might have to move 10 or 12 feet away. My two tests: can I get the dog to sit, and can take the dog to take a treat? If he won't sit, or he won't take a treat, he's saying I'm too close. I'm getting close to exploding.
Too busy, yeah.
So I don't want that to happen. A lot of people do what we call practice to failure. I keep on getting closer and closer until he explodes. The last part of your repetition is the most important. So what we want to have happen is ending on a good note. So the jogger's coming. He watches the jogger. Yes, I release it. Another jogger's coming. He's looking at the jogger. Yes, and I release it. Now, sometimes people will do this with cream cheese on a spoon. I can hold it, and I get him looking wherever I want, and he's licking that. Also releases those feel-good endorphins. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to try to, anytime that you're around and you don't have the ability to do what last part of he's looking and getting the treats, you do the find it away. So you're helping him move away from the scary thing before he feels the need to lunge at it. The more that he does that, after a while he becomes practiced. Scary things come by and I just walk away and everything is good. And then when you have time, maybe you have a spoon that you put cream cheese or peanut butter in, you freeze it overnight. Now you go to the park, and now joggers come by, he's licking as they go by. As soon as they go away, you take the spoon away. Another jogger starts coming, lick. So when I'm looking at joggers far enough away where I don't feel scared, I'm getting a good positive. And as soon as the jogger passes me, they stop. After a while, maybe you're at 10 feet, they can go to 9 feet, 8 feet, 7 feet. Eventually, like they're running right past you. He's like, lick. And so again, we're trying to change his into what we call a positive emotional response. All right, let's do one more. Find it away, buddy. Come here. Find it. Well, this here is my buddy Noah. And this is a benefit of hand targeting. I can kind of reposition him. And these are some tips and tricks you can use if you have a dog that's a little bit fearful of meeting new people.
Thank you.